Hey, what's up, Aris? How's it going, man? Listen, I saw your stream, your last VOD, last stream, and you had a lot of technical problems. I wanted to try and help out, kind of maybe get you back to like a ground zero state. And so I had some suggestions I wanted to toss your way that were kind of hard to explain, so I figure why not do a video, right? I'm a little bit in the middle of work. I'm already done with a lot of shit, so I'm like, okay, I got some time. I can maybe say something really quick. So hopefully this will be fast. I just want to run you through some points, kind of describe some things maybe near the end so that I don't, overwhelm you with a bunch of random bullshit. First thing, your monitor. I know you fucked with some stuff on your monitor. That's okay. As long as you didn't mess with color balances directly on the monitor, that's okay. Your contrast and your brightness, you can mess with those. It's not really a big deal. But you do want to make sure HDR is off, not just for your one monitor, but both. And just to run through that process really quick, I know it's kind of hard to see, but display settings here, you're going to bring up your display settings. You're going to look for HDR here, and sometimes it doesn't pop up, which is really weird. But if you click on the other monitor, it might have HDR settings if it's capable. Mine is not. But my TV has HDR, and so there it is. It came back. You might have to do that yourself. Make sure HDR is off for both screens. You can play with HDR, you can stream with HDR. Your rig is plenty strong enough. But it's kind of like a technical field that I wouldn't know how to advise you on. So for now, I would just say turn all that shit off. Your monitor hopefully doesn't have any color corrections. So that should fix your problem, hopefully, with your YouTube opening up and looking all fucked up. So with that solved, I think you have a second issue, and this is something I saw for a long time. Not to get too deep into the subject here, I want to show you what's going on. Now, this is an HDR thing. I know you worked on HDR earlier, but again, maybe this is just a sanity check for you, but I wanted to run through it because it is kind of weird, and there is a little bit of like a false positive kind of thing in here. So right now you see everything normal. I don't have HDR on or anything like that. If I go to settings and go to screen and video, which I'm sure this is what you're familiar with, HDR actually says it's always on, but you can clearly say it's not on. And to prove a point that it's not on, I'm going to force HDR to be on by switching this automatic transfer rate to -2. For some reason, my Elgato external capture card HD60 Plus S needs to have a fucking -2 transfer rate. And then there you go. OBS shits the bed. OBS doesn't like HDR, so it looks like trash. But it, interesting enough, looks like... I saw it just blip there. Interesting enough, it looks like trash. That's because it doesn't do HDR. But it looks a lot like your trash, right? It looks like a lot what's happening to your stream. In addition to that, looking like your stream, what you've had recently, you've had a problem for much longer. And I'm going to point it out right here. This is your VOD for Yakuza, playing some Yakuza. Check out the upper right. You see that shit? Merciful trophy earned. Does that look a little fucked up to you? It's heavily pixelated, isn't it? It looks heavily pixelated. I don't know what the deal is, but it looks fucked up. So we can solve that problem because now we just replicated it. This is a thing that we could replicate by, oh god, where am I? Here I am. If we go back to this and we go to my notifications, look at that. My shit's fucked up just like yours. It looks exactly as fucked up, right? Weird. It's weird. I don't understand it, but whatever. We need to fix it. That's the only thing that matters. So we go back to settings, not search. Screen and video. There we go. Video transfer rate. For me, the video transfer rate is the solution. If I switch it either to -1, I'll just show it just to prove you. It turns off HDR despite HDR saying always on. I go back. This shit fucking looks fine. It's not on. That shit is lying, man. It's just straight up lying. There's nothing you can do. So that's the thing, right? This is my advice to you. Check these things out. See if it helps. Be sure you're using your preview window because otherwise you're not going to see the differences. Your TV or whatever your gaming monitor is, any of your monitors, because you got two good ones, they're going to be able to calculate all this HDR shit no problem. But something about your XSplit will not calculate the HDR properly, and I don't know why. XSplit should do HDR. My OBS can't do it. There's no options, but you have the option. I don't know how to do it so that it's always on for you. That's like a quality thing. You'll have to work with no pants. And if none of this fixes anything, I'm sorry. It's the only thing I got. There's really nothing else that could be fucking with your shit, especially because I replicated the problem that you had. It should work. It should be fine. And because you updated the drivers recently, that would mess with your window settings. That would actually screw things up and reset stuff. So yeah, that could have done that. That's all I got. This is the only advice I got. I hope it helps out in some way, pal. At this point, you can cut the video. But you've had this problem for a while. Your PS5 specifically has this weird issue where it's not, and I've always seen it since your new PC. I've always seen it. It's kind of like you've also got that double audio feed that you have sometimes when you're playing Mario Lost Worlds. I don't know what in the world that was, but it seems like you've managed to figure out largely what that shit's about. But yeah, I mean, you've had some problems, and I haven't really been able to be like, that looks weird, you know, especially during Yakuza, where you kind of were trying to fix it, but you didn't really manage to fix it during Yakuza either. So, anyways, man, good luck. I hope it works out. If not, I don't know, man, say kiss no pants for me, all right? Good luck, buddy.